Hi everyone, welcome back to this week's Investment Cafe. So today we speak to Sars and we will ask him why did he start the buy-side business, and we will learn a bit more about him. So Sars, can you tell us a bit more about us, about yourself to us, please?
Yeah, I would love to. So my background is, well, just before launching Houzen in 2017, I spent years doing M&A and private equity investments or advising on investments. Typically, they were either mid-cap or slightly larger cap, but still in private markets. So I've done, I've worked on deals right down from 100 million right up to my biggest one was 4.6 billion. There was a French, financial services kind of a quasi bank that we worked on to sell to a large private equity fund. And before that, I've built businesses. I love tech, and I've built and exited businesses both on in an operational capacity as well as being on the other side of the Excel sheet, which is being an investment professional. Yeah, that's been my background. And we launched Houzen in 2017 because it was interesting. I was actually working on a buy-side deal. It was a co-investment deal to buy one of the largest brokerage houses out of Western Europe. And we were selling it to, we were acting on the buy side. So we were looking to co-invest more than €1 billion into the buyout deal. And we found getting access to data so hard, and that and there were multiple other factors on why we thought that the brokerage model in general is quite broken, not just in Europe but all around the world. This was back in 2016-17, but it was convincing enough for me to say, hey, this is a screaming opportunity where the incumbents don't know what's going to hit them in the next few years, and there's just no process standardization data to make good decisions, and that itself or customer service, in general, agents are notorious for not giving good service. And it was good enough for me to take a punt and say, hey, I'm going to go and build this business myself. And then we launched Houzen to create a transparent and efficient marketplace for rentals. And now we're starting, we're moving up the value chain, and we're launching buy-side.
So what is the reason to launch this buy-side project then?
So what is interesting, so, it's been about 3 years working in Houzen and, building out the team and building the proposition across Singapore and London mostly. The properties are all in London and Manchester. What we realized was that, rentals data or rentals, due diligence is bad, but buying is no better. And that was almost a shock for me, because we're talking pension funds investing billions of euros into the real estate markets. We're talking family offices or professional investors investing millions into the market. And we're also talking retail investors, people like you and me who want to put park a 50K or 100K into the real estate market. And there's just not enough data, and there's also not incentive. There's not enough incentive, to invest. So if you just zoom out for a second, all the developers or brokers or sellers are essentially sell side. So everyone's selling to you, but nobody's helping you buy. There's really no buy side representation, which is different in places like Germany or in the US or North America in general. Canada has the same model where you have buy side representation. Here, there's none, which essentially means that, despite doing as much due diligence, which you will have to do manually, you're still kind of on a luck of draw. You're still investing on a luck of draw, that's kind of where the opportunity to create a service which gives 2-3 things. One is extensive due diligence, the same level as you would get from a private equity investment, a very professional private equity investment bank grade analysis, deep dive analysis into deals. The second is deal structures. So, what is the right deal structure? Can we go invest in blocks? Can we go invest in, single units or distressed opportunities, et cetera, to essentially drive up yield. And the third service is the third part of the service is basically to operationally manage the whole process, i.e. viewings, and then actually generating the yield. The benefit that we have is that we already have a rentals platform efficiently running, which generates anywhere from 10 to 15% extra rental income for even the top institutions in the world. So we're now, what we said was, hey, we've created that model. Now why don't we not just only give it to pension funds or to large fund managers, but let's give it to people like Ben and Saurabh, retail investors who can also get access to the same yield numbers. People like you and me anyways invest in stocks or gold or debt or some more sophisticated products. And the barrier that I found was that if I were to buy a stock, I had so much information about the company and I could do so much due diligence. In real estate, it's kind of, you just have to either do it all yourself. Even then, you don't know if you've gotten to the end outcome. But yeah, I think due diligence is a big barrier for capital to enter the real estate markets, and that's not just London. But if you compare that with other markets, especially emerging markets like Indonesia, India, and some of the other markets, it becomes even worse. So what we're hoping for is a very powerful and scalable global model where we're launching in London, of course. And once it works, it's going to be a very heavy tech-driven product where we will be using computer vision to scan all the pictures and videos all around on the internet, and use a lot of machine learning and contextual search to essentially drive home the right valuation, the right yield for you, to get you to the right deals, to cherry pick the deals for you instantly. And then once that is done, we get you into the right deal structure where, over time, we will also work on financing. Right now, we're just helping you figure out if you want to co-invest or buy outright, or get a debt line. And then thirdly is the operational aspect that we mentioned, that we will help you not just get into the investment, but actually help you realize it. And we take a cut off the net yield, so we're incentivized to partake in the gains that we generate for you. That's kind of the model.